Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Michelle Jorgensen with Living Well with Dr. Michelle, and I would like to tell you what the second class in my gardening series is going to be all about. It's teaching you about planting and maintaining your garden. Now you can see behind me, I have my greenhouse. This I planted about a month ago and everything is coming up and doing well. I'm out here hand watering it every day, but that's actually okay with me. I don't mind. It's actually quite nice to get outside and it's really warm in the greenhouse, so I don't mind hanging out here. But you can see all of these plants are coming up. Now there is no way that if all of these stay in the ground that they are going to be able to grow and do well. There's just not enough nutrients around them. There's not enough room for them to grow. There's not enough water, all of those things. So I need to come out here and thin. Now I don't like thinning because these plants work really hard to grow, but thinning is a part of growing. And what I like to do is wait long enough until these little thinnings are big enough that I could use them as microgreens. So now they are. These are some Chinese cabbage right here. I can tell just by looking at them. These are perfectly good for throwing in a stir fry right now. And this is something that I do all the time. So I will wait until they're big enough like that to be able to use them in a different way and not just have to discard them. If I discard them, they go to the chicken, so they still aren't wasted, but still I like to be able to eat them if we can. What I usually do is thin them once now to a thin, maybe an inch or two apart. And then I will thin them again once they've grown big enough that they're starting to bump into each other at that size. And I'll thin them to the full size that they need to be thinned between for their full growth. Now there's a lot of seeds that I'm going to have to thin in here, but it's a quick and easy process. This is the sort of thing that I'm going to teach you about. I'm going to teach you how to plant, when to plant. I'm getting dripped on right now because it's actually snowing outside. It's warm in here. It's snowing outside. We could have planted this early where I live in Utah, but I didn't because I've learned over the years that if I plant this early, something like this usually happens. It doesn't kill things, but it just really slows down the germination and things don't do as well. So I usually wait another couple of weeks. I may not have the first peas in the neighborhood or the first tomatoes in the neighborhood, that kind of thing, but it's okay with me because I don't have to go out and replant my entire garden. So this is some of the sorts of things I'm going to share with you. The information that I've learned through doing over a lot of years to save you some time. So if you want to learn more about planting, how to plant, where to plant, when to plant, all of those things, as well as maintenance. What happens when you get to the thinning stage? When do you need to thin? How do you thin? How far apart do you space things? All of that information, as well as weeding. I've got some weeds in here that I need to come and get out. How do you start to weed? What are some easy things you can do so the weeding doesn't have to take over your life? All of those things we're going to cover. Watering, you can see my water barrel back here. That's how I'm watering by hand right now. Again, it's 5 minutes a day. It's not a big deal. So these are things that you can integrate into your life when you decide that you want to. I'm really excited. I hope that you join me. This is number 2 in our gardening series for this year. If you didn't join me for number 1, it's okay. You're going to be able to hit the ground running and jump in right where we start this week. So go ahead and join me, sign up, and I'm excited to see you there.